This is the GameCube, one of my favorite Nintendo home consoles, aside from the Switch and the Wii. This is the same console where I experienced games such as Sonic Heroes, Mario Party 5, Battle for Bikini Bottom, Super Monkey Ball, Mario Kart Double Dash, and even Crazy Taxi of all things. That's just a few of the games I played on that console. I played some other games for it, but they're not as notable as one game I had for the system, and that game being Kirby Air Ride. Was a game on the GameCube that was released in North America on July 11th, 2003, meaning that next month will mark its 18th anniversary. I got this game back in like 2010 or something like that, and I fell in love with the game. It's a game I never knew existed, and a game I never knew I needed until then. I never really got any memories from it, because, I didn't have a memory card back then, but I got one back in 2015, and I'm glad I did. I'm able to save my progress now. When the game released, it was met with mixed reception. Yeah, apparently some critics thought it was just another racing game in the crowd, but is it really? Let's find out. In Kirby Air Ride, you only really press one button, that being the A button, but you can also use other buttons, but the A button is mainly used. You can use this button to charge or brake, eat enemies, and even use the power like in mainline Kirby games. I think Kirby Air Ride offers simple and unique gameplay into the mix of racing and stuff. The only real gripe I have with this is that it could be too simple, but I don't really mind it, because it's Kirby, and it's simple. So, what else does the game have to offer other than that? Well, Kirby Air Ride offers 3 modes, those being Air Ride, Top Ride, and City Trial. To start off, Air Ride is the first of these modes. In Air Ride, you start out with only 8 tracks, and only 1 star in the game. Oh yeah, I should also probably talk about the stars in this game. Stars are the vehicles that you control in this game. Each star has their own unique ability to them. One specializes in flying, another is fast, but turning on that star is a pain. Some are bikes, some are basically useless and serve no purpose whatsoever other than to be a pushover. And yeah, that's about it. It's your run-of-the-mill racing mode. There's a time trial mode, and there's also something called the free run mode, which is probably unique to this game. I don't know. Moving on, we have Top Ride mode. Top Ride mode is basically Air Ride mode, but with much more smaller maps, a top-down view, and even more chaos than Air Ride typically is. Personally, I think this mode is a lot better than Air Ride mode, since there's a lot more going on, and being crammed into a much smaller map allows for races to go on much shorter. What I usually do is set the lap count to 99 laps and go wild with the whole thing. Though, speaking of wild, there's one other game mode that I haven't talked about yet. That is the best out of these 3 games in my opinion. Well, here we are. City Trial, one of the greatest modes in this game by far. City Trial is a game mode where players are sent into one single map to collect stat boosts to further enhance their vehicles. This mode is like a combination of Air Ride and Top Ride, with Top Ride's craziness and Air Ride's 3D-ness, I don't know. This mode, in fact, is actually the only thing close to a 3D Kirby game we'll ever get, aside from Kirby Blowout Blast on the 3DS. But still, who played that game? It's a shame we'll never get another game like City Trial ever again. Its open world has made it feel unique in its own way, and that's probably why I enjoyed it so much. After the time runs out in City Trial, you're treated to an event which can be anything ranging from destruction derbies to defeating the most enemies, to even fighting King Dedede himself. City Trial is one of the best things to come out of Air Ride, and it's a shame it's never really referenced in Kirby again. There's that one mode in Smash Bros 3DS that's City Trial in its own way, but really, it doesn't feel the same. So, with all of those game modes out of the way, is there anything else to the game? Well, there is. There's the checklist. When you're bored of playing the main 3 games, there really isn't anything left to do, really. But that's what the checklists are for. Each game has a unique set of challenges and rewards for you to unlock, ranging from alternate music tracks, alternate colors for Kirby, new stars in Air Ride mode, and even unlocking King Dedede and Meta Knight in the game. Yes, that's right, you can play as King Dedede and Meta Knight in this game, which is really cool actually. Once you complete 100 challenges, you'll unlock the credits for that specific game. And that's about it. There isn't anything really else to talk about with this game other than that. So, yeah. And that's about it for Kirby Air Ride. There's a LAN mode to this game too, but I never really looked into it since, I never had a broadband adapter for the GameCube. And I really didn't have anyone to play with, so... Being honest though, this is a really fun game. Sure, it has some flaws, but there's still some fun to be had with this game. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10 because, it hasn't aged the best gameplay-wise because there's not a lot to do. It's also a shame that Nintendo never really brought back the idea of a 3D Kirby game. It would have worked really well. Maybe one day, Kirbo. Maybe one day.